let's master technical analysis the easy way. Charts isn't going to be that difficult. And once you learn how to run chart, you know how to read everything. So I'm going to give you guys the best sauce and the best strategies in order to read this chart and make the crypto markets pretty simple to trade. So one, starting off on the main thing, you're going to be needing to use your higher time frames. So your time frame is going to depict on the amount of candlesticks and how much candlestick price action you're seeing. So if I'm on the daily time frame, for example, each one of these candlesticks will represent 1 day worth of price action. Okay. If I'm on the 4-hour time frame, each one of the candlesticks will represent 4 hours worth of price action. If I'm on the 1 minute, each one of these candlesticks will then represent 1 minute worth of price action. The reason why we're using higher time frames is because we want to be seeing the overall trend on the higher time frame scale. Okay, so year after year, and you have to understand that everything from the left that happens on the chart reacts with what we see to the right today. So everything correlates, everything works together, and we're going to be able to mash it all together. Okay, so now that we know that information, if we use our daily levels, okay, and we put the levels from the left to the right, we can go ahead and put out some trades. Okay, so let's talk to you about some different models, some different stuff I'm going to talk about, and how we're going to be able to introduce them into making profitable trades on the chart. So areas of resistance. Okay, so when you see me mark areas of resistance, it's going to be an area where sellers are going to come in from. Okay, understand that the chart is a left to right chart. Okay, so price action, let's say price action started all the way over here. People are going to take profit eventually. People are going to want to make their money. They're going to want to sell. Okay, so whenever you see price have periods where price dips down after making a high, that's going to be called an area of resistance. Okay, so resistance is going to be an important key factor to knowing where, okay, this is where sellers came in. Okay, so opposite of resistance, there's going to be support. Support is going to be an area where price decides to bounce in an upwards direction from. Okay, so this is going to indicate an area where buyers step in. Okay, so buyers are going to be trying to buy here, so then price can go up in an upwards direction from here. Okay, buying is stepping in since price is going in an upwards direction. Okay, and then when you see price making sharp downturns, that's going to go ahead and signal an area of resistance. Okay, so both of these things are going to be extremely important to go ahead and keep note of. Okay, so resistance has to be broken in order for price to progress in an upwards direction. Okay, so we know the goal of the cryptocurrency market a lot of the times is for cryptocurrencies to go up in price. Okay, so people are trying to gain APY, annual percentage yield, percentages on their dollar. Okay, I know I definitely am. Okay, by buying and holding and investing in something with value. Okay, so when you do that, you're going to be able to progress a lot faster, inshallah. So noting that, we can determine that, okay, the goal of cryptocurrencies is to go up in a certain value. Okay, so if price starts at $100 one year, maybe the next year, price might head over to $10,000. Okay, so let's go and let's check out the chart, for example. So if I check out Bitcoin, I can check price is currently at 113,104 as of right now today. Okay, so price is all the way up here. If I check 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I can see price all the way down here near the 15,000s area. Okay, so price is at 15,000 all the way down here. Okay, and price is now at 113,000 in just 3 years. Okay, price has increased that much value exponentially within an upwards direction. Okay, so now that we know that, okay, the goal of the tokens and cryptocurrencies are to go up over time, we can go ahead and put that and plot out some really solid, good trades. Okay, so let's go and let's check it out. So back to the drawings here before we jump into the chart. Areas of resistance, once again, have to be passed in order for price to progress with an upwards direction. So resistances have to be broken and turn into support. And then price can go ahead and blast up in an upwards direction. Okay, so once again, resistance can be broken and turn into support. It's not going to happen every time, but when it does happen, that's going to be a really good solid way in order to play a pullback. So let's say price is currently above and it goes back down to an area of resistance, it can turn it into support. Okay, so then price can go ahead and sweep up and you're going to be able to buy a low at the right time. Okay, or you're going to see price decide to bounce at an area of support twice. Okay. So if price decides to hold an area of support twice, then that's also going to be a valid way in order to determine, okay, you know what, price wants to head up in an upwards direction. Okay. So it really just determines on what you're looking at. Okay. And the certain type of trades. Okay. So even if price is still going up here, price makes an area of resistance right here. If it comes down, turns resistance into support, it'll go ahead and swoop up and show up. Let me show you an example of this on Bitcoin. So I'm on the daily time frame here. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. So I can see price decides to create an area of resistance here. Okay, the major area of resistance that there's always gonna be is all-time highs. Okay, so all-time highs, also known as ATH, it's gonna be when price is at the highs. Okay, it can't go any further. Okay, and this is the furthest price that it's at. Okay, so it's when the highest area of resistance is created. Okay, and price is trying to break it in order to continue further. Okay, so check this area out here. So check out this area of resistance here. We'll go ahead and zoom in. So you can see that this is an area of resistance due to the fact that price wants to fall in a downwards direction. Okay, from this area. So price decided to meet up with the top of this candlestick here and fall within a downwards direction. Okay, price went all the way up from this low. Okay, went all the way up from this low. Okay, two candlesticks bounce at the areas of support on the daily. Okay, 2 separate days. Price decided to bounce all the way up, stop here. Okay, once it stopped here, this price decided to get broken over here. Okay, so an area of resistance isn't going to keep getting tapped over and over again a lot of the times. Eventually, price is going to attempt to break the area of resistance, turn it into support. Okay, and then price is going to try and head up in an upwards direction. Or price is just going to break the area of resistance and just break out. Okay, and just head up in an upwards direction. Or price is going to head in the breakouts direction. Okay, it'll happen. It'll break out a tiny bit and then pull back all the way down. Okay, that's going to be called a fake out. Okay, in order to avoid fake outs, for breakouts, you're going to play break and retest. Okay, a lot of the times break and retest, you're not really going to get faked out. Okay, especially if you wait for your 4-hour close, which is when you're waiting for the time that you can see over here to the right. Okay, to finish. So let's say we entered at this black line. I would not enter at this candle here because it's in between the black line. And I would not enter at any candle that tests the black line. I would enter at a candle up here, okay, above the black line. So this way, if price decides to burst down below the black line, I'm not going to be upset that I lost. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and just take the closed candlestick, okay, and take the trade this way. This way I know that, okay, you know what, price might want to go ahead and sweep up. Okay, so the earliest entry might not always be the cleanest time to buy a lot of times. Sometimes it's better to just trade the confirm entry, okay, and just wait. So this right here would go ahead and be a good example, okay, of a close that I'd be waiting for. Okay, and then my take profits, I'm going to go ahead and set it for either all-time highs, depending on what I'm playing. If I'm playing cryptocurrency or shares, I'm playing for all-time highs. Buying at dips, and I'm playing for all-time highs. Okay, I'm going to be waiting for price to sweep all the way up, okay, and to do its thing. Okay, so you're just waiting for price to do its thing. Okay, and once again, areas of resistance like these up here, okay, are going to be your take profits. If you're playing along and you're waiting for price to go up, okay, your areas of resistance are going to be your take profit. So up here's an area of resistance. Okay, up here's an area of resistance. Okay, and both of these areas of resistance are going to go ahead and be able to be played. Okay, so make technical analysis simple when it comes to trading cryptocurrency. So I pray up to God. Keep grinding and head over to StackMODE for all trading education. Peace.